They're going to play their 30 minutes no matter what.
I think I hear the point of what you're saying, but I believe Garrett has more synergy with Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie and Garrett, that's what you don't want to break up. And whether you get that for 28 to 29 minutes, you don't break that cohesion. You let them drop down together. We are at the guard spot. What's amazing about what the Nets are doing right now is at the guard spot, we're playing both of our backups. That means we could send these two tandems at teams in waves, and and that's a strength. If we believe Kyrie is what he is and Karras is what he is, I think the rest of the team needed to catch up. I think they needed to get some chemistry. We're seeing the rewards of that chemistry starting to show through. And then the last thing for the team would be, how do they add Kyrie and with Kyrie's dominance within that? It's hard to put a brilliant player.
My hope is Kyrie has kind of seen a little bit like with Russell last year, Dinwiddie this year. Mm-hmm. They're less herky-jerky, whereas like Irving is making move after move. Sometimes it's like he's also faking his teammates out in terms of which direction to slide to create spacing.
Yeah.
For cutting and shooting, it takes a lot to learn that because he can string so many. He's like Saquon Barkley, he can string so many moves together. It's almost like hard for the guys around them to figure out, which way do I go here to give him space and get myself open.
Yep.
So I hope he kind of takes a little bit more of a measured approach coming back, where he's a little bit more in control of just, make one move, use the pick. If the shot's not there, move it. Like, you'll get it back in this offense. So, everybody's pretty much an unselfish player. So
I don't even worry about him.
It'll be good basketball players figure it out. They really do.
Kyrie is not who I like. I don't believe any of that Boston nonsense. I'm not saying that he's not weird, but most NBA players are weird. There's always like a few weirdos in any job.
I don't know what I'm missing with this Boston thing. Like, I get it. He said he wanted to stay. Like, he left. Like, I get bullying him, but it's like, maybe it's because this is like my first time experiencing this on Twitter, mm-hmm. but they're like obsessed with this guy. Yeah. I've never seen, it's like Vince Carter levels when he left with Toronto. I'm like, you said you hated the way he played, so you leave. Shouldn't you be happy he's gone? I didn't hate on Darren Williams after he was gone. I was happy he was gone.
Yep.
It's like, man, do they just hate black people that much in Boston?
They damn sure.
I mean, there's got to be a part of it.
It's white people do hold a grudge, though.
Yeah.
So
we don't forgive very easily.
But
geez,
with him,
it's next level.
With him, I don't worry. With him coming back, I don't worry. I think maybe they even take a little step backwards when they start to come back. My only concern about Kyrie is what he's eating. He gets hurt far too easily. Yeah. I almost there's like a lot of nutritionists and scientists who are coming out and basically, debunking veganism, and it's hard for it's okay if you're a barista at Starbucks or if you're a account executive somewhere, but if you're a premier NBA athlete and you're playing against guys that are strong and fast and you're not feeding yourself like a warrior, you're grazing. It doesn't make any sense. And I see him, and even in DeAndre, it's like he hasn't been injured. Well, he's been injured, but he hasn't been severely injured. He hasn't missed a lot of times, but he doesn't look like he recovers well. It's as if he'll come out and kill like he did last night and then disappear. Am I missing something with that?
I think for DeAndre, it makes more sense to maybe try to drop some weight later in your career. But a guy like Kyrie, who's probably like a $160, $180 maybe.
Soaking
You know,
wet.
he needs
With a
that.
pair of bricks
Like
in his pants.
in his diet. No homo.
Yeah, he's. I don't know, man. The Nets have an amazing nutrition. I guess they're all a part of the performance team, but they're measuring these players inside and out, and I just don't think the results have. The first person that I saw go vegan is Darren Williams, and I didn't have any feelings towards it then, but when I saw Darren Williams just go vegan, lose weight, but his body broke down, like he could not recover. And to repair joints and ligaments, you've got to be taking in the food materials to repair that. And there's no way.
Well, here's the beauty of this for the Nets. Here's the beauty about this for the Nets is they don't really need Kyrie Irving in the regular season. They really don't. They would maybe this year, but like next year, they're gonna have Durant. They're gonna have full level to spend.
Yep.
Like it really, if he misses 25 games, who cares? I've had Knicks fans say to me, enjoy watching him on a suit. In a suit on the bench, as long as he's healthy in March, April, May, and June, that's really when the Nets are going to need him. When the game really gets tight and the individual talent kind of takes over. So I'm a little concerned he may not be back anytime soon this year.
Bam, you're starting to kind of sound robotic. Can you get in a better signal area?
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay. I don't know what the last thing you heard me say is, but
no, you're saying we're not gonna need Kyrie in the regular season.
We only need him for 50 regular season games a year, and then we just need him healthy going into the playoffs, and on page with his teammates, which he'll have more than enough time to do between the rest of this season and next year. I mean, we have Spencer. Thank God for Spencer. He cost himself a lot of money. He should have bet on himself. He really cost himself a ton of cash. I mean, I'm seeing reports a guy like Van Vliet could command $25 to $30 million in free agency.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Spencer's every bit as good as him, if not better.
He's better. He's not the defend Van Vliet is a amazing defender, but he's a starter. There's not 15 point guards in the NBA. The Knicks don't have a point guard that's better than him. That's shooting low, but I take Spencer over 15 starting point guards in the NBA. Easy.
Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando definitely does.
Miami.
Yep.
I mean, just off the top of my head, I think he's better than a guy like Bledsoe.
He's better than
Milwaukee.
He's better than all the guys in Indiana.
Yeah, Bledsoe definitely in Milwaukee.
Yep. I can't. I mean, who's in? Yeah, it's Ben Simmons is their point guard, but is he really their point guard?
Right. Well, they can certainly play together. Those two types of guys.
Right.
You apologize for some of your comments. I have to apologize for one that I made, and that's to your middle child, Jared Allen.
Well, yeah. No, I think the same thing goes. Right. Of course. You have to give Kenny Atkinson respect for what he's doing. And I do. And I recognize that, he definitely shouldn't be fired. And even then I was being a little bit facetious about firing him. I know he can't be fired. I still worry if he's the guy. I still and I'm starting to worry less because the thing that scared me was with the lineup that they have, that they can't beat the teams just because teams would just outmuscle them and win, down the middle. But they're so adept at scoring from shooting, which is a scary thing as well. They're going to have down nights shooting. And some nights they're going to play teams that are better defensively on the perimeter. They just need a counter move. And if the winning continues to happen, then I'm wrong. But I really believe that they need a counter move, and the players that they have can't do it. Now, on Garrett Temple, Garrett Temple is outperforming his history, and he's a 10-year vet or something like that. It's hard to guesstimate how much looking at his stats just because he's been on so many teams. He's been on at least 7 teams in the NBA.
Right.
So when I see how much Kenny Atkinson is depending on him, I'm wondering to myself, like, what does he see at first? But you can't argue what he's done lately. Like, he didn't really have a amazing game yesterday. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Shot ugly. Shot 33%. That's more who he is, but you got to commend a player that doesn't let you lose either. So
he rarely screws up. Like, he kind of like almost like a lesser version of Joe Harris. Like, he just doesn't really like make many boneheaded plays.
Yeah.
And so the guy I was apologizing to is Jared. I said that we needed to cash his future in for a present, and he's making me look wrong so far. Jared, he really has stepped his game up.
Jared is Jared. Like, for me, I've seen it. You know, I was the first Jared doubter draft night. We had saw him in stores. When, you know, my wife is went to UT. She roots for the team, and she's from the same town Jared's from, Round Rock, Texas, a suburb right outside of Austin. And we went and saw him. And you see what he's like. He was a goofy kid. I was like, this is the McDonald's All-American, like, and I thought it was ridiculous that people said, oh, because he could build a computer, he's not going to be a great draft pick. That was always stupid. But I just felt like he was one of those kids that was like, yeah, I could play ball because I'm almost 7 feet. I got a 7'3" wingspan, and I could run and jump. But I could have it or leave it. This year, I saw something that I've never seen in him. With the risk of DeAndre taking his job, he was openly in the media saying, yeah, I want to start. I want to be the guy.
Yeah.
And that was the sign for me that was like, all right, no matter what, this kid is going to be all right. It's just that he's 21. It's about what this kid is going to be when he's 24. And
his hands have gotten stronger. Yeah. Like catching the ball in traffic and finishing and, you know, contested rebounds. Like, he's coming down with them more. You know, he's you know, he just gets his foul shots in order. You know, he'll be a double-double guy every night. And I also was worried about DeAndre. A lot of my Knicks friends were telling me how bad he is. DeAndre can still play. He is not DeAndre Jordan
every other night. Every other night.
But he's still better than Ed Davis. You don't
different.
realize it, but his
he's different.
screens that he sets great screens. He's
does.
A good passer from the high post, and he creates vertical space that Davis couldn't do with the lobs. And he's got a great personality. I think he's a leader on the team. Now, I don't know if he'll have anything in the left to tank next year, but at least for this year, he's still a capable NBA player.
And he's
I
also
think it's made a big difference.
So my problem with him is that he can't do it night to night. And then the long-term concern is he has a 4-year contract. And not a very small contract either. Like, you know,
$10 million in today's NBA is like backup center money.
Yeah.
And if in 2 years we've got to move him,
but look what we're paying Joe Harris. $10 million in Sean Mark's hand is really good money.
Yeah, but that's going to. I mean, Joe's a free agent this offseason, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. They're going to sign.
He's going to get $15 to $18 million a year.
There's no question.
You know, and the only reason they got him on that $8 million deal was because he was just, for him, going from making a couple $100,000 a year. All of a sudden, somebody, I'll give you $8 million. You know, you just jump at, kind of like Spencer and Torian did. Yeah. Really, they were like, let me just secure this life-changing amount of money, and it's on a short period, you know, to do it. You know, I'll take it now, and I'll be able to get back to free agency. DeAndre didn't have to do that. Somebody was going to give DeAndre Jordan $10 million a season.
I doubt that, but Regardless, it doesn't matter.
Not
If KD
not over
wanted
4
him,
years, but
if KD wanted him,